Okay. Hi, Chan. So, I misjudged the time that I had left with the water that I bought, which is no biggie. I have a water filter. Um, Not the main issue, but I think it's going out because everything I drink tastes plasticky and not in the bottled plasticky way. Um, Besides that, at least I still have drinkable water. I say that as if I'm not privileged and living in California. Again, that's besides the point. Here's me complaining about drinkable water. Anyway, I'm on my alt right now, so we're gonna jump into this, and I'm gonna build something. I have not yet decided what, but we're here, and I'm walking into a fire. Okay, so I'm doing experiments. Not Vaultec type experiments because that would be fucked up. But graphics type experiments to see what works and what doesn't. To see what I can get away with graphics wise. Um, and I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm mildly impressed with how this game looks on everything being on low except for my shadows. I completely disabled what this game classifies as grass. So this stuff apparently does or doesn't count as grass. I haven't decided yet. Um I feel like I would have liked to have known that it would spawn in right in front of my face. But whatever. I guess we can workshop that at some point. Or not, you know. Radioactivity, radiation can do wild things, obviously. So why can't it just spawn grass out of nowhere? Well, I guess that's technically not grass; it's more brush, but could be. I don't know. Regardless of what it is or isn't, is I'm going to be building something, and that something is probably a shopping center. Which feels weird, seeing as this being my alt account or alt character. I don't have all that much to sell, which is fine. You know, I don't need to. That's whatever. Capitalism, am I right? Open stores and have nothing to sell. I suppose it just gives me a reason to start exploring and collecting things. I think I'm probably gonna do that. Probably gonna end up doing some story quests on this character as well. You know, just have get some progress, collect some things, do at the very least get to level 50. I'm only 10 levels off. So with that being said, I'm gonna check the map. Actually, kind of funny to see how little I've actually explored on this character compared to my main. Who's walking through firecracker berries? Do you guys have... Oh, we do. Okay. That's not how that works, bud. The pathing, especially for the Brahmin in this game, is just so weird, dude. It also gets weird when it goes under the ground and they try to step down under the ground. A lot of the time it works because that's just how it is. But it's always kind of funny seeing people sink. Anyway, let's check the map. We have Camp 13. Why do they call it 13? Little known, why do they call this one 12? It was my second. Was it my second?
Yeah. Now that people have come back to this area, they'll all want to be setting up places like Foundation. I hope we can set up more settlements like Foundation. I've got friends out there that didn't want to come with me.
Yeah, bud. I mean, let's find a good spot for a super duper mart. Preferably in a region that I haven't built in yet. Oh! Where is that headhunt? I'm actually gonna join in on this. Probably going to die immediately. Wahoo! I love it. How long this lighting bug lasts. Kind of funny. Lasted longer than I did, I'll tell you that. Anyway. Nice. You know, it's time to do not walk into a pack of fucking death claws. That is not a good idea. Especially at level 41. Of course, having my spawn distance so low is not helping. You stay out of danger. So something tells me that I want to build kind of off of a main road, or at least a road that is mildly trafficked. Which means I'm probably going to want to make my way more north and not the south that I'm currently moving. So we'll get to the road and then follow it north. And hopefully don't run into anything too deadly, like that motherfucker. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And I'm going the wrong way again. Classic. Classic. Bugs usually spawn here. Not a fan of bugs. I really wish you wouldn't. I will put that on my to-do list to increase my actor spawn distance. So that I can avoid things like that. I don't know what that is either. Because it sounds like we're just diving into fucking what do you call it? Frying oil. And I am not a gourmand, so deep fried human does not sound appetizing. But that's just me. And as long as we don't get any enemies that spawn directly in front of us, it should be good. Check my map to make sure where I'm going and where I am. Okay, just keep following the tracks north. I want to at least get to Highway Town. And unlock the fast travel spot there. At the absolute very least. I would like to not be deep fried alive. No, but we all want things, and we could all get what we want. So, you know. Here that one. The Obraxodine Spokesbot. Ooh. I remember this area because I got my shit rocked in this area once. These fucking bugs. the Vault Dweller Survival Guide, or at least the version of it that comes across the loading screen on this game. Did get it right. The sting wings are definitely very powerful and very brittle. But they're only brittle if you can hit them. And them being so small, or thin, makes it very hard to hit them. It's good for them, not so much for the rest of us. We're trying not to die to them. Ooh, I got the station unlocked. That's good. That's good. Making progress. We'll continue north. And eventually east. And I suppose I could just go directly northeast from here. And my destination would be the same. And now that I think about it, could actually potentially be the safer option at this point. Because I know there are occasionally some big enemies under that bridge. If I'm remembering correctly. And I probably am, judging from that gunfire. Yes. There's something Fallout does incredibly well. It's it's building new settlements on the ruins of the old world. Is not to say that other games don't do it equally as well, but I feel like Fallout does it consistently well.
What? You looking for a handshake or something?
This place would be a ghost town without me.
I'm just gonna sell the rest of these.
Looking for supplies? Come to the right place.
Yo! How's it going?
Yeah, better be buying something. Window shoppers are just wasting my time.
Why used to be such a green?
Oh, shut your mouth, Mac. Bro! I don't know if you remember. I'm gonna be honest, the name does not ring a bell.
Running low on caps.
Don't listen to what anyone else
I
says.
apologize.
You ain't gonna get better supplies than mine.
I do not know. Oh, this is just my voice.
Caps never last as long as you need them to.
have we going on?
Start fights here. We finish him.
So much rust. I may not have a lot of different ingredients, but it's what you do.
Oh no. Well, welcome in. Welcome in.
Those raiders are trying to tame death claws.
Ah, you're fine. You're fine. I'm having a.
Oh boy.
I'm just
They
vibing.
smell incredible.
Checked out the last resort lately. Good bounty
You're bad. No, no, no. You didn't do anything wrong.
you want to buy anything?
Shut up, Mac.
Fine.
No one.
New shooting iron off of. Who said profit had to just be that?
Well, I hope you're having a good Friday night anyway.
May always manages to stock enough food for us all. She must earn a lot keeping us fed.
Why didn't I sell you?
The last resort. Could be some open bounty.
Hi,
I've been
Mac.
selling supplies here for years. I'm a pillar of the community.
How about you buy some supplies now? How about that? Sound like a good idea? I think it's a great idea, personally.
Been seeing more ghouls around recently. Wonder what kind of stuff they
We need to cook.
See Clark so much rust.
Mmm, tasty.
Clark, you really gotta stop taking day tripper before opening up. Jana and Chaps,
What was that?
you're too busy staring
Oh,
at the walls for
poo.
hours.
Whatever. Whatever.
Raiders are trying to tame death claws. Fools are gonna get themselves killed.
Some of them have succeeded, lady.
Might makes right. Kiss my ass.
Okay. Well, at the very least, I have succeeded in my initial goal. So now. And we're back, question mark? God damn it, dude. I say the only thing keeping me from actually going all in on streaming is my goddamn Ethernet. Ethernet is the one that's supposed to be stable. But I think it's just overheating and expanding too much. And I've literally done everything that I can on that front. And now I'm exiting BattleNet because you don't need to be open right now. Fuck you. Closing everything that needs to be closed. And then loading back in. Like a good little player. Wahoo! Alright. So we're finding a main road, possibly. Perhaps unlocking new areas on the way. Because that's a good thing to do. Nice. You know, I could have taken the stream downtime to fix my load distance, but whatever. We'll do it when my game crashes. If it crashes. The part of me wants to build directly across from this place, but I know that inevitably I'm going to... It's gonna log me in, and I'm either going to spawn in the middle of everyone and end up dying on spawn, or they will spawn in directly in the middle of my camp and end up destroying half of it before I'm able to even spawn in. So I'm thinking I'd do it a little bit ways away, so that hopefully I can avoid some of that destruction or death or either of the above. And I would like to find a good place to put down a camp. Something that doesn't necessarily seem all that likely in this immediate area, which is perfectly fine. I don't need to put it down directly next to a town. But I should also get away from the road because the big boys frequently spawn here. Yeah, where there's a Deathclaw handler, there's bound to be a Deathclaw close by. And the fact that I cannot see it right now is troubling. Anyway. Oh boy, wide open land. This sure would make for a great camp spot. I certainly hope nothing comes by to dash my dreams against the rocks. Gross. Hold off. Where did the other one go? Hello? Surely you didn't just despawn. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. There's one up there now. World of Corn. Nice. And well, I will walk to my unplaced camp. Cannot place item. Unspecified error occurred. It's the unspecified error being the camp was never placed to begin with, so you couldn't place it. Fear not, my child. I know how this goes. Now, deciding where to place this camp. Especially if I want it to be a super duper mart. Knowing that there already is a super duper mart up here. But I feel like there ought to be another one. Down here somewhere. Oh, well, I'm here. And there's scorpions. Oh boy. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ooh. Quite the battle we have going on. I'm twice your length away from you. Cool, thanks. Needed that. So, something tells me I probably don't want to build here. A shame. Perhaps closer to the tunnel? Is that viable? Or am I just asking for more trouble? I suppose I could make it happen. I suppose. I suppose it could be done. Theoretically, anyway. What about realistically? Far it's a... Hmm? How close can we get? Okay. 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 Something tells me I'm actually going to regret putting this here, so I'm not going to. There's the junkyard there. Service yard there. You have the kingdom there. Feel like there's not a whole lot we can do with building down here, so let's... I'm actually curious. Part of me wants to see if I can't build on either side of the highway. And by that I mean here. Because I know the other side of this place, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, over here ends in a bus pileup and debris leading off the map. I'm gonna see if I can't find a good spot over here. Wait a minute. I'm seeing there. Oh my god, I really need to change that. Okay, that is southeast. And I'm seeing the faintest existence of the big old bridge. This bridge. The fact that I can see anything remotely that far is ridiculous to me, even if it is a facsimile or an approximation. Or just a very low LOD. Okay, so we're going to avoid that fighting. And hopefully not attract any fighting of our own. Ooh, and if I'm not mistaken, this is the entrance to the area, question mark? Yeah. Yup. We go this way. Find the giant Ohio sign. It's actually funny that I'm approaching this area from this direction because I haven't actually properly entered this area yet. It is really funny. I love that that's a thing that you can do. And I love that I can build here, actually. And I'm gonna log in next time and be like, oh, sorry, your camp's been dismantled because you can't actually build there. Excuse me. Tree. Don't you make noises in my ear? Yes. I'm gonna stand here behind the sign and then do free cam building. Retail. Nice. And up here, not even this is flat enough. blows my mind. Also, seeing this next to a car kind of puts both it and the cars into perspective. At least for me. Ooh. Love that. Love that for me so much. Absolutely incredible. Thank you. Yep. Oh yeah. Those tasty frames. Nice. Okay, we've got a little bit of room in the back. I suppose we could turn it? Question mark. Although I don't know how much. No, we're not gonna do that. Let's see how much. Are we floating at all? I don't want to float at all. Ooh. Ever so slightly here. Let's see. Move this way a little bit. Yeah, that does take us a little bit lower. Then we do have this sticking through the floor. Which is fine, and it can actually probably hide that. And we don't have... Do we not? Do we not? Is that... I'll take that as not floating. Because I can. Alright. I love that this exists. It's so cool. And then, what actually is in here? Nothing. Not a single thing. Hell yeah. The power connector is right there. Which means That's fine. We can actually probably put it around this corner? Question mark? That's fine. That's whatever, bro. Ooh. Well, I'm glad we had the materials for one, because we most certainly cannot afford another. Actually, I think I will put it back here. Alright. We've got power. It's our first step. I think the next thing we would want to do probably is find a way to cover these, or at the very least make it so that they're not as visible. And I think since this entire structure didn't hide them, I don't think a rug is going to do that either. Yeah. What I think we're gonna do is possibly have some kind of clutter kind of situation happening here. We could put down boxes until it's gone. We could simply fence it off and do the old out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. We could put other boxes. We could barrels. Barrels are good. Rugs are not it. Utility. Actually, I suppose we could probably do I would say we could put down one of these buffs, but I don't think they're gonna cut it. Got the skull drums, guitar, xylophone. Grand piano's not even big enough. What are we gonna do? Okay. Weird, but okay. So the toilet has the broken toilet and the fixed toilet, the clean toilet, in the same menu. but the bathtub does not. Why? Why? It was wonky before the update too. They had the clean tub in appliances and the regular tub in, I think, floor decor, or the other way around. It's really weird. I'm glad that they're in the same menu at least now. Even if they are still not quite aligned yet. Let's see. That's okay. What am I looking for? I am looking for... What am I looking for? I would say we could put a fountain in here. Is what I would say if it wasn't the entire place big. I don't think I'm gonna put any water stuff in there. Let's see, I'm looking for displays. Shelves. Ooh, okay. Okay. The idea that I had has also come with the revelation that the idea cannot be done. At least at my current capacity. What I'm gonna have to do is I need to go on a Abraxadine Intel briefcase thing hunt on this character so that I can unlock the store shelves. Because those would be perfect in order to both fill up the space in here and also cover up some poking foliage. That's fine. Let's see, what do we have by way of... Well, first, why don't we build one of these? No, part of me wants me... I actually think I'm going to listen to the part of me that wants me to move this. And I'm going to move this entire thing, if it'll let me. It will not. I'm going to store this. And then try it again. So we don't need that corner to be in because I'm not going to be building anything there. Which is actually perfect for me. Let's see, why don't we move over just a little bit, maybe? And I've been... Oh, that's so funny. I've been standing next to an intel case this entire time. So funny. Alright, so we've got... I'm gonna... Cool. I get just... So you... Weird. I feel like that should light up even on ultra low settings. Could just be a bug. Oh, but now that's poking through. I definitely have some height to work with now, though, so I'm going to work with it. Scrap. Store that. Well, that brings this up a little bit. I forget what is here. I think it's just a jack. Oh yeah. It actually kind of makes me want to move this over a little bit. Keep that story alive. At least for that particular... Yeah. Okay. Alright, do we have anything poking through? No. Although I can't say that I'm confident that that won't be the case the next time I log in. But that's okay. We'll deal with that when I come to it. Okay. Okay, so we have power. And now I think what I'm going to do now... we're finally going to do some... interior decorating, if you will. This should be indoors, right? Yeah. Okay, filter buildable. Here. And I love how they did that. So funny. Interesting. It was very interesting. That makes me wonder what doors used here. I guess that one works. Okay. Let's see, we don't have a whole lot to work with at the moment. Which is perfectly fine. Ooh, that is so weird. But what we do have I think works quite well. See, when I think of something lighting up, I think of that. You know, there's light. Maybe my settings are too low for these lights to actually give off any light. Who knows? Who knows? Let's see. What do we have by the way of... Not a whole lot of wall light options at this stage. On this character, anyway. Now, we could go for some nice fluorescent lights. Something tells me I should probably look into seeing what I have by way of ramp. Why do you do that? God damn it. Well, at least I can select you. I'm going to free build you. Assuming I can. It doesn't look like it. Okay. We have that placed. I'm going to switch to my crafting. And then, yes. Okay. I gave my seat on the bus to... I was reading that! Anyway. Let's go back. I'm going to... switch back to here real quick, and then I'm going to actually level up. Let's go intelligence, maybe, I think we want. Yeah. This one. Yeah. Okay. So now that we're in proper build mode, I'm just gonna refresh my chat because it keeps disconnecting. Okay, when our quote-unquote building build. So let's see what we have. First for... Oh, in order to actually do any of the crafting, we're going to need to build a bench of some kind. And I think I'll just build the default one. That's fine. Actually, why don't we bring this one in here, line it up with the grid on the floor, make sure it's not sticking out on this side. Cool, love that. Alright, and then we'll see if there's... Do I have any... No, it would appear that I've already scrapped it. Just fine, just means I need to go copper hunting. If I'm going to get any lighting in here. That's fine. Let's see. What can I craft without it at this point? do so love that this exists in this game. I'm wondering, do I want to just make a crafting wall here? Because if so, I think I will. Yes, okay. Nope. Go back. This input. We'll go there. Alright. Alright. Sick. Awesome. Hell yeah. As much as I love this being in here, I feel like it doesn't fit the vibe quite. Why are you still reconnecting? Going to stick with the defaults for now. Alright. We're choosing I'm probably not gonna build that one just yet. We'll build this one next. We'll probably move it over just a bit. If I'm not mistaken, this bench actually brings the camera back and to the left when you use it, so we're gonna move this one. Over here. This one does the same. This one's actually going to go on the end. And then this one is going to go next to it. And then this one next to that. There we go. Sick. Ooh. 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 Alright. I'm done gawking for now. Let's see. Ooh, this would actually be the perfect one if... You know what? We're going for it because it's very likely that I will probably... It'll probably give me at least some of the ore that I'm using. That I can then find into scrap later. Cool. That one I'm going to put over here. This one is wild to me. I think I'm gonna put this as far outside as I can before it's actually outside. Sick. See, what do we have that I can place that won't? Definitely some sunset. Can never go wrong with a soda dispenser. No. Actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have these next to each other. And then actually, I'll have this one on the outside. And then we'll have this one. Alright. Okie dokie. Alright, so I'm a little disappointed that this one doesn't light up, but what can you do? Part of me wants to know what this actually says. Oh wait, I can kind of make out what it's saying on the bottom. Reboot progress. Collection progress. Error. Nice. Love that. Let's see. Alright, so we have all of that room to work with. Part of me thinks I should move it like 10 feet this way, because I'm not gonna use the road at all. Although I could. Let's move you back here for a little bit until we figure out where to place you for good. Let's see. Okay. What could we do with the space that we have? Seeing that this isn't square with the road, it's kind of bugging me. Especially since the stretch of road that I chose is straight. What are you side-eyeing me for, Drawer? What's that all about, huh? Let's see. You know, I used to stream a lot. like almost every day. And then I changed a setting on my computer that I didn't know would prevent me from streaming. And at first I went on hiatus because I was burnt out and didn't want to keep doing shit. And then I went to stream and I couldn't stream because of that setting. And the setting was Wi-Fi. I turned my Wi-Fi on when my Ethernet was plugged in. So I spent a good while racking my brain about what I could possibly have changed that would have caused all of the frames to drop on my network. And it was Wi-Fi the entire time. So I spent a good 7 to 12 months trying to figure out what it could possibly have been that was preventing me from going live. Well, no. I could go live, but I would drop 80% of my frames while I was live. And I couldn't figure out what it was until I just happened to open up my network panel and saw that my Wi-Fi was still on. Because I had turned it on for download stability because my Ethernet cable has been causing me problems for the past year and a half. And I don't even know if it's the cable, so I don't want to get a new cable just to figure out that it wasn't the cable. Because I'm pretty sure it's my port. And just the fact that my laptop gets way too warm. And it just expands everything. But that's besides the point. So I spent a solid... I'm gonna say a year. Trying to figure out how to stream. And why it wouldn't work. I did all of the research. I had formatted my PC a couple times. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. And then... I have a cooling pad. I have one. It's just... not sealed. And also, it's just... this laptop is just not... it doesn't have the greatest cooling system to begin with. And I'm also pushing it probably harder than I should be. But that's besides the point. I get playable frame rates. And that's all that matters. Yeah, it is. It was Alienware's attempt at a thin laptop. The first one. So, you know, new form factor plus being a laptop to begin with is, you know, whatever. But I make it work, and it's in better condition now than it was when I got it. And I tend to do that to electronics. So I'm at least happy about that. Could do this. I also don't want to. Done so many Red Rocket builds, it's unreal. I could build a canopy. Although, seeing the elevation changes, and how it's not even eating the base. Probably not. Let's see. Lookout tower? I could. And it would work at the very least to just fill in space, because if I'm not mistaken, that one is not interactable as well as this one. Like, you could build it, but there's not a whole lot that it would do. It would just kind of sit there and look pretty. This, on the other hand, could probably make use of, if I'm clever about it. I do love me a seedy shed. Let's see. And I'm pretty sure this isn't powered, so I don't need to connect it to anything. I could probably put my construction, my crafting doodads in here. You know, I think I'm gonna do that. And by that, I mean I am going to do that. All right. Part of me wants to give it a foundation around it, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna let's give it some stairs, question mark. I don't think stairs are going to snap to it, but I think I can just make stairs work. By just using them. Yeah. Cool. Wow. Alright. So we are going to drag these over there. And by we, I mean me. Hell yeah. Now we're cooking with something. I don't think it's gas. But it could be. It could be. Sick. Alright, this one's gonna go in that corner. And then we'll test. Cool. Cool. Very nice. Yeah! Alright, we can enter all of them without issue. Sick. Now what? Well, let's see if you have... Cool. Very nice. I should probably build the thing that will make use of his stuff. Perhaps. Yeah. Okay. I don't have to worry that much about poking through on that side. See, can we still get into here? Yes, we can. Alright. And our camera doesn't clip through the wall on either of these. Man, what a day to be alive. Sick. Alright, why don't we... put a door on this shed. Because this shed came to the door. We might as well use it. See, what do I want? Hinges on this side or that side? I don't think I have a choice. I do have a choice, but I don't think I like the way it pans out. So we will do it this way. Otherwise, there's a gap. Alright, sick. We've got that squared away. We don't need to do... all that much of anything else right now. At least as far as the actual building goes. I think it's going to be a proper while until some shelves get implemented here. So in the meantime, I want to workshop how to set up some checkout lines. We're probably gonna need to be physically here for this. Okay.
Listen.
I'm listening. Hi, Phil. Hi, Phil. Hello. Good to see you. I'm good. I'm finally able to stream again because I'm still as dumb as I was, but I learned why I was dumb. And it's just because I'm dumb. Hi. I'm very dumb. I'm so dumb. Like, you have no idea how dumb I am. Teehee. Hi, Eggy. I'm currently trying to workshop in my head how to set up checkout lines for this grocery store. Oh, holy. Well, you eat well. Thank you for the lurk. Thank you for saying hi. I hope your migraine goes away quickly. I am going to attempt to build some things. And hopefully they will make sense. Assuming I can find what I'm looking for. I believe they're in decorations. Question mark? Good night. Ooh, this is a good one. This is a good one. I don't have a hot dog stand, but I can tell people I have hot dogs. And cosmic knives. Ooh. I have those. Let's see, what else can I do? I could put up a road sign for welcoming people to Ohio. See, this is why I built on here. Over here. Yeah, cosmic knives. Ah, beautiful. Gorgeous. Now people will know that they're in Ohio. As if this sign didn't tell them.
This unit is error. Days overdue for maintenance.
Better be safe. Yeah, exactly. I could put some of these down. Maybe. Maybe not. I could put this big boy down. Could advertise like a good capitalist. Yeah. I know it's backwards for us, but that's okay. Oh, hi, Ohio. Let's see. Don't need boats. Not in Ohio. Shooting targets could be fun, but not quite yet. Statues, taxidermy. We could pose some skeletons. Do we want to pose some skelly boys? Oh, we could tell a story here. Skellington sounds good. Sure. Snowfall, man. I had plenty of snow growing up, and I'm glad that I don't have to shovel it anymore. But there's a really big part of me that wishes California got snow. So I just miss seeing it. It's very pretty. Especially undisturbed snow. Oh, man. It's only a hazard if you're a dumbass and don't know how to fucking drive. And I suppose if you're experiencing black ice and, you know, whatever, it's fine. We don't talk about that. I could build a giant Abraxo. Yes, it is. Yes, yes, it is. But that's okay. Yeah, I know what I'm looking for, but I'm having trouble focusing on trying to actually get it. Let's see. Surely it's not clutter, right? Is it in surfaces? Is in surfaces. Ooh. Okay. I figured it out, guys. No need to panic. I think we're gonna go with this one. No panic! No panic! So what we're gonna do, I think we're going to, let's see, we're going to set this up, line it up with the grid on the ground, very conveniently already on a grid. We love that. Part of me wonders actually it's very strangely snaps to these, which is interesting, to say the least. But I suppose there are other things that could happen.
9,999 hours ago.
Wondering the best way to do this. actually. Think I know just what to do. Me when I lie, me when I'm clueless, me when I have no idea what I'm doing. Hold? I'm holding? I'm storing these for future use because I have an idea. Now we can panic. I'd never have ideas. Where would it be? Where would it be? Where would it be? We're panicking! Not dwellers. Storage? Not storage. Furniture. Not appliances. Utility. Services. Vending machines. This is what I wanted. It both is and is not what I wanted. I forgot that this was the only one that attached. I could do this one as well, but I just don't have matching accoutrement. I suppose I could also just do a plain metal one, or either of these, to be honest. But I don't want to run a wire inside just to connect it and have it running. It is actually a dumb thing for me to say because all of these require a wire except for these two. We'll do the sketchy corner salesman. Which means we'll actually also probably... No. We will not, actually. We will figure out how to do this at a later date, because right now, I actually want to figure out what this does in this area. Ooh, it does change things. Ooh. That is strange. Ooh. What the? That is actually really weird. Seeing this area without the the environment that is supposed to be is very strange. So I'm gonna put it back. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. Ah, that's better. That is much better. Alright, so for now that I think about it, I think I'm going to actually Okay, so I'm actually enjoying the fact that I can actually collect this ore
Drilling system.
and use it, smelt it properly. Now that I think about it, however, I need premium storage. I'm gonna place that right now. That's the one. Going to move this over just a little bit. It does pull back and to the left. That's fine. Shucks. We can merge tables, right? That won't backfire later at all. Come on, just get closer. Why do you get so far away? Why? What the fuck, bro? I literally can't move you closer? What the fuck? Alright, that works. Let's see. Okay, that works. I wonder. Actually, very curious about this. That would not work there. Let's see. Could work here. Possibly. We'll see. We'll place this where it goes every time on our handy dandy trusty chemistry bench. Because why would it go anywhere else? Thank you very much. Okay, that works there. This I can put here. And I can still access this bench. Let's go. Alright, can I access this bench though? Ooh. Yikers. Pretty sure that's a this table thing. And not that thing. So what we're gonna do. Gonna move this a little bit. See if that helps at all. You know, it could actually be that. Something tells me it actually is that. Let's find out just in case. Yep. It is. Okay. Let's see. What can we do? We could put this outside. It's not like I have anything keeping it inside. Why do you do this? Alright, I think we'll also this out there just for solidarity, I suppose. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That one wasn't a problem. So what we're gonna do, actually, is we're going to put this right here. Right at the stairs. Oh, stop it. Stop it! There we go. Yeah. Yeah! Alright. We have that set, we have that set. Let's put this back. I'm going to... this first. I'm gonna laugh, it does this the same thing, and it actually was this the whole time. Nice. All right, so it was the ammo stash. That's good. All right. Good that we figured it out. And good that this actually works the way that I thought it would, or hoped it would, or whatever it would. And I'm glad that it generates its own light. Personally, actually, to be honest. Still feels weird to me that these lights don't actually give off any light. But that's fine. Not everything needs to have a mission. Alright, so we can do that. And hopefully by this being here, that'll just signify that, hey, you can do workshop stuff in here. Hold up. I'm dumb. Where is this? Hell yeah. Right. Part of me wants to connect this to power, and part of me doesn't. Although I think it's visible enough to where it doesn't need to be connected to power at all. At least it would be if fucking roadside wasn't in the way. Well, connecting it to power wouldn't change that. It would just be illuminated with something in front of it. Which means I can just move it. And because it is the way that it is, I can move it like that. I can make sure it's not floating as well. And then yeah. Alright, so that is there. I can go here, and I can look at it, and I can see that it's unobstructed by this sign. Which is sick. Feels weird to me, personally, as someone who has been on the road before, that on this two-way street, the overhanging sign would only have a one-way directional signpost. Usually these overhanging ones would have signs on both sides, if I'm not mistaken, especially on a singular two-directional, two-lane road / highway. I could be misremembering, but I feel like that's just common sense and how roads should work. But I don't know. I'm also noticing that I'm getting stutters, which could mean that
Minerals will be collected.
it's coming up to about that time where I should be wrapping shit up. Which works for me. I've got a pretty solid base for this shop. I think I have a good starting point for where I would like to jump off from for next time. I think while I'm offline, I'll probably grind for some more materials, level up a little bit on this character, and probably see if I can't find some more plans and stuff. And also those Abraxadine intel cases, so that I can unlock some shelves for in here. Can also vendor hop and see what kind of plans the robo vendors and the other players have in their vending machines. But with the little amount of caps that I have at the moment, probably not gonna find anything that I can afford currently, which is fine. I can, however, figure out what I'm going to do for next time. See what I'm feeling like doing. But for now, I think that's gonna do it. Yep, we built a store in Ohio and didn't get shot. I'd call that a win. Part of me wants to flip this other door around, see if it will actually door. I don't think it will. That's so weird. Anyway, thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. I am going to possibly raid out, see what we're gonna see who's on, see who's doing stuff. But in the meantime, let's see, will switching this work? Kind of. Gonna exit out of here. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna try to be more consistent. I'm gonna find a time and a schedule that works, and just try to figure out what I'm gonna do, when I'm gonna do it. Yes, join the Discord, like my bot so graciously put there. It'll tell you when I'm live. I would say follow my socials too, but I don't really post anything on there. I probably should, now that I'm thinking about it and saying it. But I'm probably not gonna start doing that until I actually have a proper schedule or a proper going live, which is fine. But yeah, I think we're gonna head out. We're gonna go say hi to Mega. Wee. Oh, good. Not the uwu bot. I added that so long ago, and I forgot that I had it, and I flashbanged myself with the uwu talk yesterday when I raided out, and I didn't. I mean, whatever. It's fine. I don't mind. Anyway, thanks for coming. I appreciate you guys being here. And I'll see you next time, whenever next time happens to be. Best way to figure that out is my bot will automatically post when I'm live in my Discord. So make sure you join. And yeah, make sure to do something nice for somebody. Doesn't have to be anything big. Just say hi. Let them know you're thinking about somebody. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging out. I love you guys. Goodbye.